I thought I'd do some videos based on the most common questions I get asked, and it's no surprise that love readings are my most common reading. Love hurts, love is important, and I take these seriously. Yes, it involves third party reading, but I am looking at the interaction between two people rather than at sort of the nuances of someone's life. So if I am looking at the other person, I am looking at their feelings towards my client rather than all the other aspects of my life. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate this spread because that would involve doing a reading for me and another person. So I'm going to demonstrate how I would do the cards and then run through some of the cards I would be delighted to see and some that would be a bit of a no. So I start with my clients, or in this case, me. And the first card represents how my client really feels about the other person. Because just because they think they're attracted, they may not be. They may actually feel scared. They may actually be busy. They may be overwhelmed. This may be a distraction. So this is how they feel about the other person. Now, I don't read reverses. That means that I look at every card the right way up. So I then have a crossing card. This is a problem. This is a block. If this is a really positive card, it may be that my client is putting this other person on a bit of a pedestal and not seeing them for who they really are. And then I have how they are interacting with this other person. And then I repeat it. So over here, then I would have, this is how my other person sees my client. This is a problem that could pop up in this interaction. And of course, this could be that they're in a relationship. This could be that they don't know how to express how they feel. This could be that they just not interested, that this is a friendship or a work-based relationship. And this is how they are interacting with the other person. Because remember, this card could be really positive, and I'm going to run through in a minute some of my positive cards and some of my negative cards. This card could be really positive. How they feel about the other person could be really amazing. But they could be feeling they're not worthy, that they don't have the time or the energy or the money, and they may be blocked in not being able to connect or express how they feel to the other person. So, just because you get the 10 of Cups doesn't mean to say, if these two cards then are more negative, you might say, yes, there is a connection with there. I do feel the other person has strong feelings towards you, but I'm not sure that they're going to do anything about it, or that they're in the right space to be in a relationship right now. Because the one thing I've learned as a tarot reader is life is rarely simple. Okay, there are rarely, just woohoo, it's the 10 of Cups, it's all going to be wonderful. There's usually something that needs to be unpicked. So what are my good cards? Let's start with a surprising one. People often think Three of Swords is heartbreak, but really look at this card. The Suit of Swords represents our thoughts and our words, and they are thrust through the open heart. This can be somebody who is being authentic and speaking their truth. Fantastic. To me, the Fool often means falling in love, taking a risk, the potential. 0 is potential for something amazing to happen. Knight of Wands, sexual tension, sexual energy. Let's get all my sexual energy cards out. Tower, you only have to look at it. It's a phallic symbol. In a relationship spread, of course, it can mean arguments. But if it's there, for how they feel about you, can also be sexual tension. Of course, and the Ace of Wands. And the Devil, which I do have in my negative pile, but the Devil also can be sexual tension. Now, you need to be careful. If you are getting, let's say, the Ace of Wands for how they feel about you, the Knight of Wands for how they're interacting with you, but maybe, let's put in the Six of Wands, all wands crossing you. Six of Wands is about control. Six of Wands is about how hubris. So that would worry me. Yes, there's a lot of sexual tension there, but not a lot else. And if that's what you're looking for, that can be just fine. But if you are looking for a relationship, that wouldn't, bode so well for me. Other positive cards, of course, the Star is an incredibly positive card of hopes and dreams. Any matched pair can be good, including, of course, the Emperor and the Empress. Remember, gender isn't really important here. We are looking at the fact they're a matched pair. The World, always a positive card, really. It is about successful completion and a feeling that this could, be I say it's always a positive card. As long as there's other cards there that suggest emotional connection, that would be a really positive card. So emotional connection cards: Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Knight of Cups, of course the one that everyone knows about, Ten of Cups. The Lovers, sometimes cards are as simple as the name on the title. To me, these would all suggest that there is a romantic feeling. And we're really looking there. If we're doing a relationship spread, we know how the client feels. We are looking for one of these cards for how the other person feels. The Knight of Pentacles can be a really good card because it's about loyalty and, in it for the long game, but there's no romance there and there's no sexual connection there. So we'd be looking for that in one of the other cards. The Ace of Cups is probably one of my most powerful relationship cards because it's unconditional love. The Knight of Cups would be, the Nine of Cups would be hope. The Four of Wands is happy home, happy hearth. So it can suggest that this person thinks of you as being like home, which is a really beautiful card. Of course, it can be marriage or a commitment ceremony. Three of Wands is a beautiful card of, feeling solid, feeling happy, feeling content, feeling secure. And we have the matched pair of the Empress and the Emperor. Cards that I would be less happy to see in a reading, those over there. I've already mentioned a couple. The Six of Wands can be about hubris. It can be about dominance and control. Probably one of my biggest worries in any relationship spread is the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is classically a single or a separated individual. So it might suggest, if it was crossing, it might suggest that this person wasn't single. Problem needs to be overcome. And if it's upright, it might suggest that this person doesn't want to be in a relationship at this point. The Queen of Cups can suggest somebody who is self-absorbed and selfish. The King of Wands has that energy of, I want to be in a relationship with, I don't really want to be in a relationship with you, but I don't really want anyone else to have you either. Kind of like, I'm not sure, I'm not moving forward, but I'm not moving away. Quite a difficult card in a relationship spread. Five of Pentacles can suggest that someone doesn't feel good enough, and that can be difficult in a relationship. Watch out if it's for you. The Five of Cups can be sadness. Maybe they haven't overcome something in their life. The Six of Pentacles in a relationship spread is about uneven relationships or unequal relationships. All of the sixes are difficult in a relationship spread because they all have an unequal relationship. And in a relationship, you're looking for equality, which is why the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups are such positive cards. Seven of Swords can be lies. The Moon can be deceit. The Moon only reflects, it doesn't shine. Any of the negative sword cards can suggest that either you, the client, or the other person They may have mental health issues. They may struggle expressing themselves. They may have feelings, but just not feel able to put them into words. The Ten of Pentacles. Now, if it's got other heart cards or cup cards there, if it's with the Ten of Cups or the Ace of Cups, fantastic. It suggests somebody that loves you and wants to move forward. But on its own, it's about control. It's about money. I often think of this as the gilded cage. So if it doesn't have those softening, beautiful cards like the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, it may suggest somebody's looking at this as a financial arrangement. The Devil, we have to be careful with this. It can be a sexual card, but it can also be a card of trapping, which is why one card is not enough. Okay. And the final two, the Nine and Ten of Swords, can just suggest that somebody's got so much on that, or that they're so exhausted that no matter how they feel, they're not really going to be moving forward. So the reason that I would take at least 6 cards to do a relationship spread, and very often more, is because one card alone is not enough. And if we look at how the other person is feeling towards you, let's put the Ten of Cups there. Let's say, yeah, they have, you know, they really have strong emotional feelings towards you. They really have that beautiful connection, but they don't feel good enough. They struggle to say how they feel. And they haven't really overcome a past relationship yet. Or let's have, I'm trying to do a mix of good and bad, and then I'll do like a really bad one and a really good one. Let's have the King of Wands. Yeah, they are attracted to you, but they're not convinced whether they want to be in a relationship or not. So they're not really being honest with you about their feelings. There are lies there. And I'm looking for the card that I want. There we go. Because there may be someone else in the background. May not be as single as they make out. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. And then looking at a more positive card. Oh, they really, you know, you feel comfortable to them. They really, you just make them feel at home. They do have romantic feelings towards you. And they haven't told you yet, but they're actually quite sexually attracted as well. So, you know, it's the way the cards combine that make the magic. Don't forget, if you're looking for more detailed information on the cards, on my website, I have information on every single one of the cards. I have downloadable crib sheets. And of course, you can order my book either direct from me, from Amazon, or from any online bookshop. If there is anything you'd like me to do a video on, drop it in the comments because I'm always open for more ideas.